Yes, sir.
Okay. So yesterday you have learned order of the growth, how it will be working. So order of growth is nothing but you'll be having some of the mathematical calculations. How the growth is nothing but like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how it will be going up? That is called the growth we have seen, and we have to see the asymptotic notations today's class and definitions how it will be working for that. That we have to see now. Asymptotic notations is nothing but we have three. Yesterday only I have told you one is called big O notation, another one is called omega, another one is called the theta. So I told you if you see the diagram, this diagram, you can be able to write it. Yesterday only we had discussed minimum things. So this is nothing but the starting point. You have the x-axis and y-axis. X-axis will be taken the numbers from 0 to n. X-axis nothing but the values is nothing but 0 to n values we are taking. This is nothing but n naught is nothing but 0 values to n values we have taken. So with this, in this graph, how the values will be taken, how it will be working, we have to check it out in our syllabus. So T of n is called one function, G of n also is called one function. This is nothing but the order, big O notation definitions. For this, we have to write the definition for this. So yesterday only I have told you, for example, if you have the set is called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 3. So this is called one function that is called the 3. 3 is belongs to that function. So let us say in this example, T of n is called one function that is called the x you can take, and g of n is nothing but one more function you can take x comma y comma z. So whether x is belongs to n or not. So that is what we have to see. And this is t of n is less than or equal to g of n. So when you are multiplying, for example, t is there and g of n is there. So if you multiply, for example, 3 is there, this is nothing but that you can take 6, for example, your n input values. So if you multiply with some constant, you can be able to reach it. For example, this is 2, this is 6. If you take t of n is 2 value, this is nothing but you have the sum of the values, n also is there. So this function multiply with this and less than or equal to n. T of n is belongs to g of n is nothing but this is what the function T of n belongs to order of g of n. That is what I have told you the example with respect to mathematics. Now if you are writing the inequality symbols either less than or greater than, in that case what you need to do is T of n is less than or equal to c into g of n. That is what you have to remember now, that one. So now, so here is definition is nothing but f of n is in g of n. So f of n is nothing but function. F of n is the called one function that is in order of g of n. That is nothing but the order of g of n. So now, and that is denoted. F of n is nothing but normally we mathematically will be defined function. So in this definition, denoted f of n. So that is denoted by f of n belongs to order of g of n. See, now a function f of n is in order of g of n. So how you will be denoting is nothing but t of n is belongs to order of g of n. So that is what the definition. If order of the growth, so the order of the growth is nothing but f of n is less than or equal to order of the growth of g of n. So a function f of n is less than or equal to order of growth of g of n. So which is the constant of multiple. That is what now we have to write it. That how you will be writing the multiples. See now order of the growth is nothing but f of n is less than or equal to order of growth of g of n. So order of growth of g of n is nothing but we will be taking called one constant. So that is nothing but there exists the positive constant c. So order of the growth is nothing but there exists the positive constant c and non-negative integer n naught. So non-negative integer n naught. So here we are considering all positive values such that f of n is less than or equal to c into g of n. So that is what the definition says. F of n is less than or equal to c into g of n for every n values is greater than or equal to n naught. So always the input values, the order of the growth. So when you are giving order of the growth definitions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, n naught values is less than or equal to n. So either you are ascending order or descending order, whatever it may be, starting to ending, in between that ranges only we have to give it, then only it will be working this function. So that is what the definition. A function f of n is belongs to order of g of n. So how you will be denoting this one is nothing but t of n is belongs to order of g of n. So we have to write the growth of that one. There exists f of n, t of n is less than or equal to the order of growth of the g of n. So how you will be denoting this one is nothing but t of n is less than or equal to c into g of n. So n is greater than or equal to n naught. N naught is the non-negative integers. That is what the definition says. Is it clear now? Definition?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if you write this diagram, you have to write this diagram. So by seeing this diagram, you can be able to write the definition easily. So a function in order of g of n. So now, and it is denoted by t of n is belongs to order of g of n. This one, and the order of the growth t of n is less than or equal to order of growth of g of n. There exists positive constant c, and n is the non-negative integers such that t of n is less than or equal to c into g of n, where n is greater than or equal to n. Is it clear now? Do you got the definition of how to write it? By seeing the diagram, that's what. Now see, by seeing this diagram only we are saying a function. If you are telling this one, this is called entire function. So if you say that is belongs to order of g of n, so how you will be defining based on this diagram is nothing but that is called the denoted t of n belongs to order of g of n. So the order of growth, how to write it? T of n is less than or equal to the order of growth of g of n. There exists some positive constant c, and n is not is the non-negative integers such that t of n is less than or equal to, because t of n is belongs to order of g of n is there, you have to write the inequalities for this. T of n is less than or equal to c into g of n. That's all. So n is not greater than or equal to n naught. So that is what the condition to be satisfied always. So n naught is here. So n value is greater than always the n naught. So that is what the values we have to write it. Now the examples we can see it how to write it. This one 10 of n, 10 n. So n is nothing but the 0 to n. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is nothing but the belongs to order of n square. So this one I'll tell you the examples with respect to the examples how it will be working. So just examination you have to write it this one. So once you go ahead, this one will be easy for you to write it. And this one is 5 of n plus 20 constant. So that is nothing but the only order of n. So you can have the doubt now, order of n square, how you will be getting order of n square, how you will be getting the doubt now. So now that is example is nothing but here we have seen the example yesterday, this one. So c of n is equal to n into n minus 1 divided by 2 values for exact formulas for according to this one. So how many times this statement will be executed is nothing but n values into n minus 1 times. So key comparisons how it will be happening. So in that case, n into n minus 1 you are writing. So we are considering n into n square divided by 2 minus of that one. So we are considering the big values for that one, that is called the n square. I'll tell you in detail. So tomorrow you take pen paper and how it will work also I'll tell you. So now this is what one example. This is nothing but only order of n. So there is no multiplications in, there is no loop in that one. So there is no loop in that one is nothing but 5 of n, that is called the order of n. When we'll see the examples, we'll come to know that how it will be working. Now this is called the big omega. So big omega is nothing but, see the previous definition, T of n is below the C of G, order of G of n, isn't it? See, T of n is down, this is nothing but the order of G of n. So now in this case what happened? T of n is above and this one is nothing but the down. So now a reverse way. So there we have written less than or equal to. Here we have to write the t of function is greater than or equal to this one c into g of n. So that is what the definition we have to see it here now. So the differences between the previous definition and current definition. So now see the here is t of n is below. So in this case, same example T of n is above. So that's what this is nothing but n naught is same and n is same. So here is the big omega. Big omega, omega will be written like this. Now this is nothing but the constant c into g of n. So some constant values. So big omega notation T of n. Now same definitions we will be writing here also. A function in omega of g of n. So that is denoted by t of n belongs to omega of g of n. The order of growth t of n is greater than or equal to greater than or equal to the order of growth of g of n. There exists the positive constant c, and initial values is nothing but the n naught, and it is denoted by t of n is greater than or equal to c into g of n, where n is greater than or equal to n naught. That is what the definitions. By seeing the diagram I told you. Now let us go for the definitions how we have written. See here, a function t of n is said to be, that's what I have told you. A function is t of n is said to be order of g of n. That is denoted by how you will be denoted. The similar way whatever you have written here also, the same way also you can write it. See the how you are writing the definition is left to you. See here is f of n is in order of g of n you have written and denoted by. Now directly here is they have written a function t of n is said to be order of omega of g of n. So you can write it any order, no problem. That is denoted by t of n belongs to omega of g of n. That's what I told you, this one. And t of n is bounded below by some constant multiples of g of n. So see, just change it. T of n is below the some constant of g of n. So way of writing English. So you can write it which way you want. So t of n is bounded below by some constant multiples of g of n for all larger values of n. For all larger values of n. So if there exists some positive constant c and the non-negative integers n naught such that t of n is greater than or equal to c into g of n for all n is greater than or equal to n naught. N value is nothing but the always greater than or equal to n naught. So that is what the definitions. Prove the following using the above definitions. So 10 of n square belongs to order of n square. This will discuss. The 0 of 3 of n square minus 2 of n, that is belongs to the order of n square. How it will be working, this one greater than or equal to symbol, I'll tell you. 0 of 0.1 is greater than n to the power of 3 belongs to omega of n square. So this is what the second definition. So simple, a function t of n is said to be omega of g of n, and it is denoted by t of n belongs to order of g of n. There exists the positive constants below of some of the constants of g of n. So and the non-negative integer n naught sum of positive constant c such that t of n is greater than or equal to c into g of n, where n is greater than or equal to n naught. This one you have to write it, and one example you have to write it in the examination. So that is what the definition says here. The simple way how to write the definitions for the big omega. Next, big O. Next definition we have to see it. So next definition here it is. I'll tell you that. Right. So here is, you have the definitions. Next definition is nothing but big theta. Big theta is nothing but T of n is there, and C1 and C2. So first definition is nothing but the T1 only function we have taken. That is nothing but the T of n is less than or equal to C1 into G of n. Now second definition what we have taken, T of n is greater than or equal to, say, G of n, we have written some constant. Now we have to write it two constants, one T of n is in between. So you have two constants, we have to write it C1 into G of n, C2 into G of n. So now how to write the definitions for this one? So theta is nothing but, the way of writing is nothing but like this: T of n belongs to theta of G of n. So same definitions, same way we have to write it now. So let us see this one, how to write the definition. See, theta is nothing but a function T of n is said to be theta of G of n, and denoted T of n is belongs to theta of G of n. Same thing. If T of n is bounded both above and below by some constant of multiples of G of n. So that is what the definition. So T of n is multiples of above and below some constant of some constants. So if T of n is there, if you multiply with some constants, you will be getting this one, and if you multiply with this, you will be getting down also. So one is less than, one is greater than. So that is what the way of writing the definitions for the theta. See now, a function T of n is said to be order of G of n, denoted T of n belongs to.
Sir, we are not able to see the screen, sir.
Now 1 second. No? So it's not coming. Yes. Okay, now, hello.
Yes, sir, coming.
Okay, thank you. So now, right. So now can you able to see? Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right, sir. So now definitions we have to write. T of n is, previous diagram what happened? First diagram is T of n T of n is below, correct? No. Second definition is T of n is above. Now next definition is T of n is in between. T of n is in between means how to write now definitions. So a function T of n in G of n. So how to write now the definition is, and it is denoted by T of n is belongs to order of G of n. A function below some constants of n, constant C2, and above constants C1, there exists the positive constants C1 and C2 and non-negative integer n0 such that C of 1 into G of n is less than or equal to T of n and less than or equal to C2 of G of n. So that is what you have to write the definitions for this. So now let us see the definitions for this one. See now, a function T of n is said to be order of G of n. Same thing, a function T of n is said to be order of G of n, and it is denoted T of n belongs to order theta of G of n. If T of n is bounded by both above, T of n is in between bounded both of some constant multiples of G of n for larger values of n. So if there exists some positive constant C1 and C2 and some non-negative integer n0 such that, so C2 into G of n is less than or equal to T of n, C2 less than or equal to C1 into G of n for all n is greater than or equal to n0. So this is what the definitions we have to write it. Now here is examples is nothing but T of n function will be there. For that function is nothing but in between. You have less than some values will be there, greater than some values will be there. See now, second one and third one if you combine, and this is what the second definition, third definition. So this is nothing but first one is what you have written, T of n is less than or equal to C into G of n. Now second definition is T of n is greater than or equal to C into G of n. Now this is nothing but the in between. So this is nothing but C2 less than C2, G of n is less than or equal to T of n is less than or equal to C into G of n. So if this is called the function, T of n is called one function, and this is you have to write it in between, one is less than, one is greater than. This is called the big theta definitions. So now this is what the definitions for the theta. So now let us see the once again I'll read the definitions. A function T of n is said to be theta of G of n, denoted T of n belongs to theta of G of n if T of n is bounded both above and below by some positive constant multiples of G of n for all large of n. That is, there exists the positive some constant C1 and C2 and some non-negative integers n0 such that C2 G of n is less than or equal to T of n is less than or equal to C into G of n and n0. So this is what the way of writing the definitions. So please tell me if you have any doubts how to write the definitions for the big O, omega, theta. Big O, omega, theta. Any doubts? Murali Krishna?
Sir.
Any doubt? How to write the definition? Huh?
No, sir, no doubts.
Any other people? Other people, other persons? Amresh? Any doubt?
Sir,
Guriya Kumar, tell me.
sir, I didn't understand.
You didn't understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, one question I'll ask you. Tell me, 2 is there and 6 is there. 2 is less than 6 or greater than 6?
What, sir?
Number you are having, 2 is there, 6 is there.
Okay.
So 2 is less than 6 or 2 is greater than 6?
2 is less than 6.
There is no doubt in that?
No.
No doubt. Now T of n, you assume that 2. T of n 1, T of n is 2. G of n, you assume that 6.
Yeah.
So T of n is less than G of n or greater than G of n now, according to your definition.
Tn is less than of G.
Less than G of n. Now T of n function can move up to g of n. Okay, so this is 2, this is 6.
Six.
Two values to reach 6, what you have to do? Multiply with some constant.
Yeah.
Correct now. So if
Yes, sir.
yes, so 2 is there, 6 is there. If you multiply with some number, then only you will get 6. So that is nothing but I have to multiply. That is one constant. That is what you have to add it here also. So 3, if you multiply with 3, what will happen?
I get 6.
3? 6 up to less than or equal to. So 6 is less than or equal to 6.
What, sir?
6 is less than or equal to 6.
Yes.
That's what this definition is also. Now the way of writing also same thing. So now a function f of n is in T of n. Mathematical functions, that one. So that one is denoted by T of n belongs to order of g of n. So whatever we have assumed, we are writing, that's it. Okay, a function, one function is in g of n. So this is nothing but the entire thing. So 6 is there. If one function is, you are assuming that it is called f of n function in g of n. So it is available in that one, and it is denoted by T of n is belongs to order of g of n. So that means g of n is called one set, T of n is called one set. So g of n, you assume that now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there. Now T of n is nothing but what I have told you, 2. 2 is belongs to g of n now. 2 is available in that.
Yes, sir.
2 is belongs to that one. So that one only here also. T of n is belongs to order of g of n. So you have to assume here, but we are not writing any numbers here. Just we have to write assumptions and we have to write the mathematical equations. Now T of n is belongs to order of g of n. Now what you have to do, write it. T of n is some positive constants of n. So otherwise the order of growth. So order of growth is nothing but 2 to 6. Which way you want, you can write it. So both the ways I have told you. So there exists some positive constants c and non-negative integers n naught. So non-negative integers n naught here have shown. So constant values is nothing but c. So that is what once you multiply with that one, you will be writing. So that equation you have to write it down now. So T of n is less than or equal to c into g of n. So n is greater than or equal to n naught. So up to there only this function, to reach up to here only this T of n function, you can move up to g of n. So the ranges will be n naught to n values only will be there. So that means what? Here g of n you are able to see, this is what the maximum you can give the input values. This T of n function can be moving from n naught to g of n. That's what you can do the maximum values. So that is what the definitions here. So for example, binary search or linear search or selection sort. Suppose if you give selection sort 10 numbers, how many numbers you can give it? Guria.
Yes, sir.
Suppose selection sort 5, you want to enter that n values is 10. How many numbers you can sort it out now?
9.
0 to 9. That is the total numbers is nothing but maximum is 10. Correct? Now, if I give 10 numbers, array is 10, I can enter 10 numbers. That is nothing but 0 to 9 locations. You can use it, you can store it. So here also same thing. G of n is called one big function. T of n is nothing but varying from 0 to n. Suppose if I give 10 values, but I can enter 5 also. I can enter 2 also. I can enter 6 also. I can enter 10 also. So that is what the c is constant here. G of n is called function. C is nothing but up to where you can reach the maximum. If you give a of 10 is 10 values maximum I can give. So T of n, you can vary the values. That means 5 you can give, 6 you can give, 10 you can give. To reach that, you have to multiply with some positive constant values. That is nothing but n values. You have to say what is the n values. That is what the definitions you have to write it. So the similarly here also same thing. So here is T of n is there. This is nothing but C of n. So now T of n is less than or greater than G of n in this one.
Tn, what?
T of n is greater than G of n or T of n is less than G of n in this one.
T of n is greater than.
Greater than G of n. That's what the definitions reverse way will be writing. Now I'll show you the definitions. First I'll come to this one now. Omega. So a function T of n is said to be omega of G of n. T of n is nothing but time of n values. That's it here. So this is what g of n is called your function with the definition of omega of theta of n. So now you will be writing the sentence formation. Your function T of n is said to be in omega of g of n. Up to here, any doubt now?
No, sir.
No. That is denoted by T of n is belongs to omega of theta of n. So here you see here, that is T of n is belongs to C into G of n. So these values can be varying below some constant values. First one is above some constant. This is nothing but below some constant values. Now T of n is there and C is there. So here some values are there. This T of n function can be moving. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. So now see the definitions here. So T of n is belongs to omega of G of n if T of n is bounded below by some constant, that is multiples of G of n. To reach this, you have to multiply with that some numbers. So now, for example, in this case, so you have T of n is nothing but you have assumed that you have 6. Okay, here is 2 is there. See, G of n is 2. Now 6 to become 3, what you have to do? 6 values you have to be. I want to make it 3. What you have to do?
Mm,
6 is there. I want to make it 3. What you have to do? Guriya. Hello.
Yes, sir.
6 value is there. You have 6 rupees. I want to make it 3. What you have to do? Tell me
Deduct
which
करें.
you want. Multiply or divide, you tell me.
Divide.
Divide by how much?
3.
3. So 1 by 3 how much? 0.333 something. That means 2 into 0.333 you have to multiply. If you multiply with this, you will be getting this function. That is what this definition says. So is bounded below by some constant multiples of G of n. That's it. If you multiply with some constant is nothing but 0.3 here yours is. For all large values of n, if there exists some positive constant, say, that is called whatever 0.3 is called the constant. If you multiply with that constant, you will be reaching to that function. And some non-negative integers n naught such that T of n is greater than or equal to C into G of n. That is what the second definition. So the first definition is nothing but we have written a bit differently. If f of n is a function is in order of G of n, that will be denoted by f of n is belongs to order of G of n. The order of growth of, so order mathematical definitions only. Yesterday whatever we have done, the similarly if order of growth of f of n is less than or equal to order of growth of G of n, that is nothing but with constant of multiples of C of n. There exist positive constant C and non-negative integers n naught such that f of n is less than or equal to C into G of n, n value is greater than or equal to n naught. So whatever you are giving, n values is greater than or equal to n naught. Now you tell me the definitions for Guriya. F of n is called one function. 2. Let us assume that. So G of n is nothing but 6. So some constant is nothing but C. So 2 into 3, 6. That means, so these values you can move from 2 to up to 6, I can move it. So this is also 6 less than or equal to 6. So it is satisfied these equations. Now I cannot change more than the 3 constant values. So if I take 4, what will happen? So this is 2. This is nothing but the 2 into 4, 8. So constant values will become changing. So that is the reason we cannot take more than that value. That is the reason n is greater than or equal to n naught only. So n is greater than or equal to n naught. So we have to choose the value such a way that maximum ranges, that is whatever you have to take only. So best examples, if you come to the selection sort, if I am giving n is 10 values, I can give 4. So still how much I can give, multiply to that one. So 7 also I can give, 6 also I can give, maximum 10 I can give. So 10 is greater than or equal to 10. So their condition will be satisfied. n naught value, suppose if I give 11, this is 10. 10 is greater than or equal to 11? Not possible. That constant values always should be less than n greater than or equal to n naught value, such a way that you have to take the input value. That's it. Now tell me, any doubt?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Can you able to write it now, definitions? All three?
Yes, sir.
So now first one is t of function t of n is nothing but t of n is less than or equal to order of g of n. Now second function is t of n is greater than or equal to c into g of n.
G of n.
Now tell me, this one definition is nothing but t of n in between. So c to g of n is less than or equal to t of n, less than or equal to c into g of n.
7 G of n.
That is the equation. So n is greater than or equal to n naught values. So here is one is first definition says is nothing but up to tn will be taken, less than or equal to. Greater than means so below only you will be taking. So another one is you have the ranges between left to right. So you will be giving the ranges between negative values to positive values also. So that is what the definition says here, big O omega theta. That means what? All type of input values will be giving. So one is less than also will be giving, one is greater than also will be giving, one will be giving, one is from 2. So that is what the definitions we have to see it now. So first definition is nothing but this one, and second definition is this one, and third definition, once again I'll tell you, see here, theta notation, a function t of n is said to be theta of g of n, and denoted by t of n is belongs to theta of g of n. If t of n is bounded, bounded, t of n is in between, it is there. That is the reason we have written the statement is called t of n is bounded both above and below by some positive constant multiples of g of n. So multiples of g of n is nothing but, so this one, multiples of g of n. So if you multiply with 2, 3, 4 numbers, you will be getting this side. If you are multiplying 0.4, 0.3, 0.5, you will be getting the less than side. And for all values, input values should be, condition is n is greater than or equal to n naught. So that is what this one is, bounded both above and below by some constant multiples of g of n for all large values of n. So that is what the definitions you have to write it. So this you have to write as it is, the definitions, try to write it as it is, which way I have written it. So then only you will be getting good marks. Now exercise, prove the following definitions. Here is 10 of n square is belongs to theta of n square, we have written. 0.3 n square minus 2 of n, that is nothing but theta of n square, we have written. 1 by 2 of n into n plus 1 belongs to theta of n square. This I'll tell you how to solve it, that one. And now you see this one is just g of n is one function is there. So one is above also, below also is there. So now here is t of n, g theta of n is nothing but function that growth at the same rate of g of n. Now this is nothing but omega values. Function is the greater than or equal to. So that is function that growth at least as fast of the g of n. Greater than or equal to is nothing but increasing faster values. So function that no faster than the g of n, that is called the less than or equal to n. So that is what the definitions, growth, order of the growth. So either one is fast will be growing, another one is called the less growth. That is what the yesterday we have written the definitions also. Now what is this? Guriya, can you read it, this mathematics?
Yes, sir. Which one?
First one.
If T1 of n belongs to O, O of G1 of n and Sir,
T2 of n.
T2 of n belongs to O, G2 of n, then T1 of n plus T2 of n belongs to O of max G1 of n, then G2 of n belong.
Okay, so now one definitions we have learned it already. Order of g of n. Order of g of n is definition is nothing but what we have done. A function a function in g of n, and it is denoted by t of n belongs to order of g of n. There exist some positive constant, multiple constants of above n, so non-negative integers n naught, some positive constant c naught, such that t of n belongs less than or equal to c into g of n, where n naught is greater than or equal to n naught. That is what the definitions. So function, simple way you remember it, t of n belongs to order of g of n. So t of n is to reach that one. So you have to multiply t of n function to above some multiple constants of n. So there exist some positive constant c naught and n naught, such that t of n is less than or equal to c into g of n, where n naught greater than n greater than or equal to n naught. So that definitions you have to remember it. If you remember that, this theorem is simple, simple way you can be solving this one. So now I'll read this question. See here, tomorrow I'll tell you the proof. If t1 of n belongs to order of g1 of n and t2 of n belongs to order of g2 of n, then t1 of n plus t2 of n belongs to order of maximum of g1 of n, comma g2 of n. So what you have to do is you have to write this definition and you have to write this definition. Once you add this t1 plus t2, that is you have to show that belongs to order of maximum of g1 of n, comma g2 of n. So that is nothing but you have to take some numbers, and if you are adding this, that is mathematically you have to take it and you have to prove that. So you have to take one a1, a2, b1, b2, some arbitrary values you have to take it according to the mathematical one definitions. You have to write these definitions and you have to say. So this is what the definitions, you have to write the proof. I'll tell you how to write the proof. So same way how you have learned the definitions, that definitions only we have to apply and we have to write it. So this implications is nothing but the algorithm's overall efficiency will be determined by the part with a larger order of growth, that is at its least efficient spot. For example, 5n square plus 3n log n is there, that is belongs to order of n. So this is no need to bother for this. Tomorrow you take notes and write once this theorem. I'll tell you step by step how it will be coming. Once you write it this, then only you will be getting the definitions. So now today's quiz is, I'll send it through mail. So how you will either write it, or through pen paper you can take it and write it and then scan it and send it to me, or directly write it the definitions. So any two definitions, big O, omega, theta. So any two definitions, make it ready. I'll send it through mail. That one you will be considered as attendance. Okay. So shall I stop now today? Hello.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So today I'll be stopping now. Your question is make it ready. Any two definitions. That's it. Definitions only. Big O, omega, theta. Okay. So take time and before during break time, because now second hour going to start. No problem. During break time you write the definitions. By that time I'll upload the video also, so you can see and you can write it the definitions, because definitions are important. So based on the definitions, still I'll tell you many people are having confusion, because what is that sir is telling f of function. So because we have to write according to the mathematics only here, a function, that is called any function you can take it. That is nothing but here with respect to order, function is nothing but one equation. So that for that equations, how to give the input values, all these things you have to write it. So that's all. So because one unit you have to practice, then only you will understand. Without practicing first unit, it is not possible. So that is what you have to do it. So everybody has entered now this one at a chat box, register number. By seeing this one only, I will be entering the attendance. I will get mail recorded on this. So based on that one only, I will be giving the attendance. Please, whoever not entered, now also you can enter it, your register number. Don't enter multiple numbers. So once you enter, your number will be there. Based on that one only, I will be giving the attendance. Okay. So now I will send you through mail quiz that you fill it and send it to me back. Okay. So I will stop now.